Thanks everyone for coming back for another segment of the MCI. Mac is with me here. We're doing the Skype thing. And in this segment, I'm just compelled to revisit this whole Biden saga. The plot thickens, theories abound. Some of it's very interesting. At least for me, I find some of this interesting in a horrible sort of way, actually. But they're from what I hear, they keep finding more documents.
Yeah,
there's more that or there's more than they're fessing up there to be.
Yeah, I suspect that they're going to continue to find things, and we both have the same suspicion as to why.
Yeah, and right from the very start, it was the difference between these documents of Biden's and Trump's documents is Trump was not cooperating with the feds, and Biden is. Well, is this how you define cooperation? By oops, here's some more documents. Oops, here's some more. And we got some more over here. Is that the definition of cooperation?
Yeah. And then the lame excuses that come with it, like, but they were in my garage and it was locked, as if anyone couldn't get into a garage rather easily.
But and the thing about this garage, it's at a residence, and they were talking about how Hunter was paying rent for that residence. It appears he was paying rent to his father. Did you know that?
$49,910 a month. That seems excessive.
Well, here's where the theories begin. And I'm getting a lot of my thoughts and theories from Dan Bongino, because I listen to Dan Bongino a lot. But Dan Bongino keeps beating the drum. Hunter is paying money to his father for whatever reason. And yeah, you hear about, holy cow, rent at $49,000.
I can't imagine, unless you're talking about a penthouse in New York, where anyone would pay that amount of rent for a residence. It's a money laundering deal to me.
And that's exactly what I was going to say, is this extravagant rent payment is in essence money laundering. So, that being said, and Biden was doing business with Ukraine and China, so choose either or, I'll say. But between Hunter Biden doing business in Ukraine on that gas company board or in China, either of these two countries are paying money to him, and he's funneling it through his father for whatever reason, whether it be a rent payment or whatever kind of payments he's established with his father, and in doing this, and this is where Dan Bongino kind of lit the fuse, I'll say. He's saying, when you receive money to do the bidding of a foreign government, he goes, you become a foreign agent. Not that being a foreign agent is necessarily bad, but now you're beginning to say, okay, now you've made yourself a foreign agent of Ukraine. You've made yourself a foreign agent of China. Okay? And,
and they can't seem to give enough money in aid to Ukraine with seemingly no accountability for it. People on the ground there saying they're not seeing a penny of it getting spent. So where's all this money going?
Not to mention you in China paying millions of dollars to that think tank.
45 million, in fact, was the number I saw.
So, and all this is coming to light, and I think this is kind of mucking up the Democrats' plans, and this leads to another one of my theories. Someone told the feds about these documents. Who told the feds and why is where the theories abound.
Well, there could be a couple of ways that you could look at that. One is a good Samaritan, if you will, someone who thinks this is wrong and just thinks it's bad for the country, and they're telling, which I doubt. But
I doubt that too.
The other is that whoever's pulling the strings behind the Democratic Party, whether it be Barack Obama, who I suspect, or Soros or Klaus Schwab or the globalist cabal, whoever it is, has decided Biden's got to go. And I got to suspect that Kamala Harris is going to have to go too, because she's not a viable candidate for president against anyone.
I don't, you and I in a previous phone call, I was joking about how Lauren Boebert was kind of yucking it up, saying Biden won't be impeached. His insurance policy is Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Well,
so he might be impeached, but he won't be removed. Although two Democrat senators have bailed on him now. One being Joe Manchin, and the other being oh boy, who was it?
Cinema.
Tim Kaine.
Okay.
Is the other former vice presidential candidate. He's bailing on Biden too.
Well, what they're trying to do is, I think they're trying to salvage their brand, and to salvage their brand, it's time to throw Biden under the bus. Most everyone believes that to be the case. The theories involve the hows and whys behind that decision. And of course, he's got too much pride in himself to step aside or step down. So,
in fact, he says he wants to run again in 2024, even though he'll be, what, 82 at that point in time.
So this is going to be interesting, man. I mean, I think back to the whole Trump impeachment, and that's where I become infuriated. That was
an attempted coup in my mind, and now we're seeing another one.
And in some regard, you got to wonder if the Trump impeachment wasn't intended to try and cut off this whole Biden, Ukraine, and China thing, cut it off at the pass. The whole time he had possession of these documents. Okay. And then for him to say
Obama has them too. Some anywhere I've heard from 6,000 to 60,000 documents that the archives has asked for back, and he has refused to give them. But he's a black man, so no one's going to criticize him.
Well, not just that, but as the president, he can say he declassified them, just as Trump said about his documents. Right. Biden, and this is what I find interesting. In all of this hubbub about all these documents, Obama's been strangely quiet about all this.
Well, that's why I said, is he the guy pulling the strings here behind the scenes?
Yeah, I mean, because if Obama came out and said, "What's the issue? I declassified those documents," then the story goes away.
Yes,
but not even a peep out of Obama, And I just, that's an interesting twist to this whole situation, is Obama's silence in it all, So I don't know, I don't think this is going away anytime soon. I'm really not convinced it's going to amount to much, though, other than, and I said this in a previous video, at this point, I can only hope that there are developments that help Trump in his campaign for the presidency. That's all I'm really hoping for.
Well, I'm sure they want to be careful to make sure that doesn't happen.
Say again?
I'm pretty sure they're going to make sure that doesn't happen. Well, given their efforts in the past to keep Trump from even running for president again.
Well, I would tell them they're probably sure going to try for sure. This isn't going away. As I like to say, the mix thickens here. And I don't know. We'll see if any more documents, oopsie daisy, pop up somewhere else along the way. Like I said, every time you turn around, you're hearing about, oh yeah, we got some more over here or over there or over somewhere.
Right.
And then you think about how the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago, and
well, it was a show.
It just
they'd love a perp walk with Trump, that, right?
Yeah, and I don't know where this is going to end up. It's not going to be pretty. Wherever we end in all of this, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly, and I guess that's all I got. You got anything else? Got
No,
anything to
it's a
say?
mess, and it's been a mess since day one, and it'll be a mess until it's over.
I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced Congress is gonna. They're not gonna be able to do much about it other than dig up dirt. And and you know what? With the Democrats, what's that even gonna matter?
It's not going to matter because they own the mainstream media. You got to
Yeah.
turn to channels like ours, alternative media to get to anything.
So, all right. Well, that's all I got. And you know, keep your eye on the news, everyone, because you know, like I said, who knows what tomorrow's headline brings, you
That's right.
know. So that's all I got. We'll call this one a wrap. As always, be safe, watch your six, and don't tread on me.